Hey everyone, welcome to a special FPV podcast. We are doing a Megadrone X 2.0 special. We are down here in the Louisville Mega Caverns and we're having a great time with 150 best pilots in the nation. What do you think, Elvin?
Oh man, it's awesome, man. I've been down there all day with the guys doing interviews and chatting and getting to check out the chorus and both tracks. I mean, it's a great event, man. It's good to be back here in Kentucky with you, man, on another project for the podcast and. It's a great event, and I'm happy to say that it's a great start, positive outcomes so far, and so far it's the best event I've seen start.
That's right. So we're going to give you 3 days of updates. So this is the first day. This is a practice day. We're going to have an interview of Frank, who is the owner and organizer of the Megadrone X. Then we're going to talk to Jet, who is the current DRL champion. He is here enjoying himself, and he gives us what his strategy is, which is kind of unique for the DRL champion. And lastly, we have Joe Scully back on. He's going to give us a recap of the day. And then at the very end, we're going to tease the Titan drones. We got a chance to watch.
Big boys.
Yeah, the big boys. We got a chance to see them practice, and it was impressive. I have to admit, it was impressive. What do you think of those big boys?
Dollars. Man, the sound was everything that I thought it would be. You know, it's that low growl, when they would turn tight in the corners, you could hear that. It was deep, guys. I guarantee you, when you see these things moving through the air, you're going to drool. If you're a drone pilot, you're going to drool. Get out your napkins, get the tissue, whatever you want to wipe your mouth with, but you're going to need something soon, guys.
All right, so let's go ahead and go into the Frank interview. Again, he is the owner and organizer of the Megadrone X.
You did a great job. You got the thing set up.
Well, I wanted to put more into the track, but we ran out of time. And if we would have had more funding, more would have went into it. But it is what it is.
Dude, you did good. I mean, you did what you did last year. That was more than enough than last year.
Two tracks was
Right.
a challenge.
Right.
Getting all this stuff set up in our time frame.
Right, and you did it. You did
We
it.
still got to get some banners. We're going to do some little stuff tonight that we didn't get to do last night.
But that's normal. That's the thing that I keep trying to tell everybody. We run into this the first day of a race thing.
Oh, yeah.
We run into issues. We have problems with getting things to melt together, and then the next day things cohese a lot easier, and then the last day everybody seems to have a great time. But the thing that I can say now is that after talking to most of the people here, everybody's already on that, like the last day step.
good. That's what we want, man.
And that's
Well, Megadrone X is about an experience,
Right.
I mean, it's about good times. You're around everyone who you have things in common with.
Right,
That's
right.
what means a lot.
And the funny thing is that we're here with no Wi-Fi, and people seem to be getting along a lot better. And
That's funny.
talking and having a good time, and there's more camaraderie than I've seen in a while at a race.
No, that's good. I
You
love
guys-
hearing the positive feedback.
Yeah,
man.
you
That,
guys
that
are
makes
doing a
me
great
thrive
job.
to do even more.
Right. And we know that it's a hard task to do, to set up a race, and it's stressful on the mind, the pocket, and friends and family.
Oh,
So,
it's definitely stressful.
I want to say, thank you. You did a great job. You did what you did last year.
No, I appreciate
and that
it.
was more than enough last year. So
Yeah.
that
We're going to do it again.
It's,
MDX is here to stay, man.
and,
Next year,
and
spectators next year. I
Right,
can already
right.
feel.
Right.
They're going to let us do it. So.
yeah, so right now you've got a great following. You got a solid 150 pilots here this year, and I'm sure next year, if whatever you can get in here, that's what you're gonna have.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about anymore about whether or not can they do it again. It's about let's see how far we can start this tradition.
So it was great hearing from Frank. He doesn't really talk much in front of the mic, so Elvin really teased some good tidbits out of him. What did you think?
I think Frank's got a good project. It's a solid event, and it's building on what you started. I mean, and it's not a bad continuation. I mean, it's all positive. I mean, of course, we go to these races. We go to a lot of races. Me and you are separate and together sometimes, and we know that these things just don't mesh right off the bat. There's stumble steps. Like they had a router go bad this morning. They had to run out and go get another router, and that router was bad. You know what I mean? So the two routers had to come in. So those things happen, and for you guys out there that are organizing races, just remember, stay focused. You're there for the pilot. You're building a race for the pilot. Don't forget that. And I think Frank hasn't forgot that, and he focused a lot on repeating the same thing he accomplished last year, which is what you can hear in the interview. We talk about. He did. The course hasn't really changed. There's some aspects about it, but it's something that people want to fly. Nobody came here and said, "Oh, I don't want to get on the track." They're like, "Okay, this track is for big, sweeping, fast turns and sharp and smooth lines, and this track is for like dancing." It's the agility track, the smaller track, the intermediate track, which they thought were going to just be for 3 and 4 inch quads. Guys are flying 5 inches on it now. They done got comfortable. That's what I noticed. The tracks for the guys have got comfortable, so now they can push a little harder, a little faster. We're going to see bigger drones running on a smaller track, and smaller drones trying to keep up on. We're going to actually get to see a little bit of strategy when you get to the intermediate track, because there's going to be guys that's going to fly that track on the 5 inch and may have the opportunity to miss a gate, miss the lines. And then you're going to have those guys that are smaller ships, 3 and 4 inches, that are going to be able to push harder, but if they make a mistake, it's going to be harder for them to catch back up.
Definitely. And like he said, I was down there. Both tracks look great. Plenty of space for the pilots to sprawl out. The venues and the vendors, they all had plenty of space. And, they're right near the track. They're helping out all of the pilots. If you're the first time or if you've never been to MDX, it's carnage when you hit the walls, the dirt, everything down there is hard. We saw a lot of broken quads already. So for first day, we saw quite a bit of carnage. Nobody was injured. I put out a lipo fire already. Yep. First day down there. So it's always fun, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So the next person up is Jet, Jordan Temkin, commonly known as the world champion for the Drone Racing League, or DRL. So let's go ahead and hear from him. He's got an interesting strategy. I actually kind of like it, and here he is.
Hello, everybody else. We're here at Megadrone X 2.0 with Jet, the man, the king of DRL. That's what they're gonna call him. Year 1 and 2 champion. Congratulations, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
How you enjoying the track? I know you've got a couple of runs in, and how you feeling about the track today?
These kids are a lot faster than me. That's how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah.
They are really good at just full throttle pinning, where I'm trying to chill and have a good time.
Right.
It's not really working out. But the other track over there, the little one, it's blast, man.
That's kind of like more of your track anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a little bit more technical.
It makes you feel like you're going fast, where this one, you're going faster, but you feel like you're going slow.
Yeah, because everything is so spread apart. Yeah. So really, tomorrow, what is your game plan for tomorrow?
I'm running the GoPro on my quad. So game plan is cruise easy 14s, which is about a couple seconds back than the fastest guys. and just get some awesome footage and
Have fun.
hope everyone else crashes out.
Well, hey, you know, this is the cave, man, where we've seen 2 battery fires so far, a bunch of arms broken. Drone Eclipse's got some kind of little competition going on for the worst crash, and there's been lots of entries, you know, so we're looking forward to a great race tomorrow, and we hope that you guys have fun here, and, you know, the guys and the fans at FPV Podcast wish you guys great luck.
So that was a interview from Jet. You always gotta love that guy.
Yeah.
He is so relaxed sometimes, and when he's relaxed, though, that's when you gotta be careful,
Right,
because
right.
that's when he's fast. Okay, when Jet is relaxed, that's when he's fast. What do you got to say about Jet?
Well, you know, I noticed Jet's comfortable, right? And you know how I can tell? It's because when Jet's low voice comes out, that's how you know. See, I just told everybody this secret. But, hey, check it out. Jet's a great pilot. He understands that sometimes you just have to wait your turn. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what he's saying. He's looking at the fact that there is some pilots that are here that are in the top caliber pilots that are hungry, you know, and that hunger can cause you to make mistakes, you know. So he's betting on, you know, taking his time, flying his smooth lines, racing his race is what we always tell other pilots as they're coming up is don't get out there and get nervous because Jet's on the line. Race your race. It's your lines. And if y'all end up bumping heads somewhere along the track, stay focused, right? So Jet's got that attitude where he knows that he just needs to make it toward the end, and then things will start to weed out, and as he gets more comfortable with his flights, he gets more accurate and less chances of him making mistakes.
Definitely. And, you know, we always love talking to Jordan, and he's one of the really good guys. He loves hanging out and just talking to everybody. It's a lot of fun. This year, what I've noticed is that there's a bunch of pilots that I walked down there. I was like, I don't know at least half these pilots. There's 150 pilots down there, and they're all pretty good, and some of them are pretty amazing right off the bat.
Yeah.
We were talking to Joe Scully, and he was just saying, you know, how many great pilots out there. I was talking to my friend Kevin. He's got his wild card bets that
Yeah.
you're going to hear in the longer version of the podcast. We're not going to get to everything, but it's a lot of fun hanging out with new pilots, and I'm going to enjoy the next 2 days trying to, you know, get to know all of the new pilots. I've talking to pilots from all over the country already, so tomorrow it's going to be the same thing. All right.
We've met a couple pilots that we've had a chance to interview before, and we had the opportunity to meet them today, and it was a lot of love. You know, we getting a lot of love. We got shirts, you know, so you know people are starting to recognize us a little bit, you know, and I think it's with Jet and Joe and all these guys. It's definitely that feeling that we had last year when we got here, you know, and we knew that it was going to be a great race, you know.
Definitely. So let's go ahead and wrap up with Joe Scully, you know, the master conductor down here. He's the one that's been running all of the races, and he's doing his darndest to keep us on track. Looks like a lot of the pilots that were down there, they got their 10 packs in, 5 packs on each track. So, you know, that's a really good amount of batteries for, you know, any event that's over 100.
Some of them was doing 8 and 9 laps.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say that it was a mission accomplished for day one. They started a little late, but you know what? In drone racing, that's like the norm, okay?
Right.
If you ever go to an event where it starts everything on time, nice and smooth, it's like your event's too small. You need to start doubling it.
Yeah.
when
You only got 10 pilots? What?
when you are running smooth and everything's running silky smooth, that means you got to get off your comfort zone. You got to double the number of pilots at your event. That is a pro tip from me. It's like once you get something smooth, time to double your rankings.
Right.
All right. And last thing that we're going to do is, hold on. We're going to go to Joe. Or have we already talked about Joe?
Got to go to Joe.
Got to go to Joe. All right. Here's Joe.
Well, day number 1 of practice over here at the Mega Drone X, first annual, second edition, 2017. And we're about 160 pilots of registration, and I think 117 of them came through here today. Ran 2 courses, and everyone got about 10 packs in, 5 on each course. There's a few that, started. They have a lot of rebuilding and stuff like that, but a lot of happy pilots. We did our tablet system that we launched here this year, and with that, we do pretty much full grids, nonstop on 2 courses. The micro course finished faster than the big course, but we're ahead of schedule, and unlike last year, we're getting out of here about 3 hours sooner on the opening night, and way more smiling faces, and just a great event. Seeing some fast laps. McStrally is the guy who's really interesting. He's got the fastest lap individually on each track, even though qualifying is going to be based on laps in time format. He's super fast, but you're seeing a lot of guys going for it, and I think you're going to need at least 8 laps on the big course in pro to make the top 32, and I think we're going to see some 10 laps in the 2 minutes. Like they're all on the cusp. Only one pilot crossed over onto lap 10. That was Jaws, who's been super fast. He's coming in hot after Korea last weekend, but you got all the staples here. You got Nurk, you got Hive PV, Jared, who's just unstoppable. He's like 3rd or better every podium this year, and so many pilots, 150 of them to wage battle over the course of the weekend, and we're excited to go into tomorrow.
What's the hot lap right now?
11.726. Yeah, 11.7 on the one track and 8.1 on the micro. That's McStrally.
Thank you, sir. So that was Joe Scully giving us a wrap-up of the day. Looks like he's happy with how things are going.
Mr. Smooth Character.
Mr. Smooth Character. He runs all of the big events, so definitely good to see Joe down here again. Also, David French is down here with him, along with FPV Live. So
the rest
definitely,
of the crew.
yes. So if you are interested, you should definitely go watch them. They're going to be live streaming the next 2 days. They're going to be at FPVlive.tv?
Yep. There's going to be live streaming, and you guys will be able to see what's going on and keep track. What we'll be trying to do is keeping up with the scoreboards and the placings to mention when we can. We may have some Wi-Fi access here tomorrow.
Oh, that would be kind of cool if we have Wi-Fi access. But if we don't worry. You'll get a wrap us from us at the end of the day every day.
Right.
They won't be super long because we actually have to edit these together. But you'll get something from us, and we'll try to give you some humorous anecdotes and any type of carnage that's going on.
Poof.
And like when we say carnage, we mean like let's see if a Titan drone crashes, because there are 2 Titan drones down there,
yeah.
And we saw them practice. That's the reason why we stayed late, because we wanted to see Jordan and Provo practice with the Titan drones. And let me tell you, they're impressive. You know, it's like they were taking it easy, but they sounded mean, and I liked it. What do you think, Alvin?
I want one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's some nice. We
might have to work out a deal on some batteries somewhere, but Jesus, we got to get one of those things.
They are pretty awesome. They just sound awesome. It's just one of those things. We need to talk to Jordan and Provo, and talk to them about how they handle, because it's a different perspective when it comes to that. But here's a teaser of what they sound like and what they see if you are over on YouTube. And yeah, definitely watch the live stream if you want to see the Titan drones, because they will be flying at the event. So stay tuned on that live stream. Again, fpvlive.tv.
Right.
You gotta get your carbon. Just lift up until it stop. Nice.